What's going on, you guys? Mir749 here, and today I got an absolute banger of a story to tell you guys. This story happened about 3 weeks ago. It is currently 2026. It involves me and a couple homies, so let's get into it. This happened on a Friday night. My homie Josh hit me up. He's like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing? What are you getting up to?" And I told him, I'm like, I'm not doing much, just chilling, playing the game. So Josh has a really sick car. He has a 5.0 Mustang, and his Mustang is boosted, so it's pretty quick. And he's really into like street racing, racing for money, doing some illegal activity. I'm not gonna get much into that until a little bit further on. Anyways, he hits me up. He's like, "You know what, bro? I got an idea. There's a couple cash grabs, a couple money runs tonight. For those of you who do not know what a money run is, pretty much you and another person who also has a fast car, you race for money." So of course I was kind of just like, kind of like, I don't know, that's illegal. I don't want to get in trouble. And he's like, "Bro, we're not gonna get into any trouble, I promise." So I say, "You know what? I'm down. Let me get ready." He's like, "Bet. I'll pick you up in about 20 minutes." I say, "Cool." So I hop in the shower real quick, take a quick shower, put some clothes on, put the fit on. I get ready, and about 20, 25 minutes later, he calls me. He's like, "Hey, bro, I'm here." And I'm like, "I bet." So I get up, I go outside, and he's right there waiting for me. I'll dab him up. I say, "Yo, what up?" Dab him up. He's like, "Yo, what's up, bro? You ready for this?" I'm like, "Low key, bro, kind of nervous." He's like, "Nah, don't be. We're gonna win. It's gonna be chill, good vibes only." So I'm like, "I bet." So before we go do this meet, aka racing, me and the homie Josh go get some food. We go to Clover's. I gave me a little double bacon cheese. You know what I'm saying? A little double double, if I may. The homie Josh gets a root beer float. We're just grubbing, just talking. And it's around maybe 9:30 at this point. So at this point, we're doing a pre-meet up. We get ready. We get ready, get in the car, we get gas, get a couple snacks, and we head out to the pre-meet. So on our way to the pre-meet, I'm noticing a bunch of cops, man. I can't even lie, there's a lot of cops. Kind of nervous. I tell him, I'm like, "Hey, bro, look at all these cops. Like, you're not nervous about, like, getting pulled over, like, you're not nervous?" He's like, "Nah, bro, I do this all the time." So I'm like, you know what? He does it all the time. I'm going to be cool with it. So here we are, driving down to this meet spot. We finally get there, and there is a lot of cars. I'm talking, like, basically what everyone likes, GTRs, Mustangs, Camaros, some CTSVs, some Corvettes. There's a couple, like, there's just a lot of crazy stuff here. I seen a McLaren, really sick car. So we get there, and I'm like, "All right, bro, who are you gonna race?" He's like, "I'm gonna race that C6 Corvette over there." And I'm like, "C6 Corvette?" I look around, and I see it. It is a yellow C6 Corvette. Not sure if it was the Z71 or whatever. I'm not sure what it was, but it looked sick. It was yellow. It had a drag pack on it. It was really loud. It had a cam. And I was like, "I bet. How much you racing them for?" He's like, "Honestly, bro, we're doing a fun run first, just to get the tires warm. Not doing a full speed race, just to like just get the tires warm. I'm like, "I bet." So maybe 20 minutes go by, and he goes and talks to him. He's like, "Hey, bro." He's like, "I'm here. I'm down to race. Let's do that little pre-run real quick, just to like get the tires warm." And the other guy's name is Zach. So his name's Zach. Anyways, so we all get ready. We get in the cars. We kind of drive farther out from the meet because around that meet was a bunch of cops. So me, Josh, and now Zach in the Corvette. We all go out. We'll go maybe 15 minutes away onto the highway. Once we go on the highway, we do a nice little pull. Take off real good. Get the tires warm. So far, it looks really good. We're not racing, so it's just like a fun little speed run. Not racing, not showing anyone the potential of nothing. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like Zach is gonna win. Now Zach, his car's pretty built too. Not gonna lie, his car is pretty quick. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna throw 1,000 on the race too. So it's his 3K and my 1,000, which means if we win, Zach has to give my homie Josh 4,000 total, and he was down with it. So once we do our little fun run, to get the tires warm, whatever, we finally line up. So we start doing a dig, and then we do a roll. A dig is pretty fair because they're both rear-wheel drive cars, so it really doesn't it's even. So we do a dig first. Right now we're at a stoplight road. We went off the highway, went to a stoplight. We stopped. We're doing a dig. Now this way we were doing this race is we're gonna do 2 digs and 2 rolls. So we start with our first roll, the revving up. They're getting ready for the light to turn green. Next thing you know, they take off. Now in my head, I'm thinking this is a bad idea for so many reasons. I'm like, why'd I come? This might not go good, you know? And I was right. We do this dig, and out of nowhere, we start pulling hard, and it looks like me and my homie Josh are winning. I'm talking winning. We're ahead of this dude. We're winning. Everything looks great. And out of nowhere, this Corvette starts storming. I'm talking starts flying. And crazy thing about this whole thing is I was like, no way. We had to jump on him. How'd he catch up? Dude got that grip. Anyways, this dude passes us going maybe 100 miles an hour. Crazy fast. And out of nowhere, this dude lost like his, I don't know what happened. Don't know what happened till this day. This dude like missteered. Next thing you know, he's like turning right, turning left, turning right, turning left. And this dude smacks a bus stop. Crazy part is he hit the bus stop, and instead of stopping, he stopped for like once he hit it, it was like one of those little glass bus stops with a little bench. So he went right through the glass, hit the bench, and went right through it. And this man was still going. He was still pushing. And at this point, me and the homie Josh are like, what? We're just baffled, mind blown. We stop, we look around, make sure no one was hurt, and that dude keeps on flying. And we're like, you know what, bro? Let's just go back. So we end up going back to the pre-meet. We go back to the meet. We park up, and we do not see this dude Zach anywhere. So I'm assuming, okay, you know what? He probably got scared, went home, parked his car, whatever, right? Like, not thinking at all what could have happened. So we're parked up. We're there for maybe 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden, I start seeing patrol cars start driving around the lot. I'm like, that's normal. They're just looking at the cars, making sure everything's going good, going smooth. That was not the case. So this cop circles us around like one time, real slow. I tell my homie Josh, I'm like, hey, bro, I think that cop is looking at you weird. He's like, nah, why would he be looking at me? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I think he's looking at you. He's like, nah, you're just paranoid, bro. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I am just a little paranoid. Guys, I was not paranoid. Anyways, this cop circles around us again. And after the second time, he does it again. And then the fourth time comes, he does it again, and this time he stops. And I'm like, oh, crap. I'm like, this can't be good. This is not good. This is not good. He rolls his window down. He's like, hey, were you guys racing on that back road street? And my homie Josh is like, no, officer, we've been parked here the whole time. And he's like, all right, hold up. Give me a second. The cop rolls the window back up and is sitting on his laptop inside the cop car for maybe 5 minutes. And then he gets out of the car and he's like, so where do you? He's like, so what are you boys doing tonight? What'd you guys do tonight? Have you guys been here the whole time? Blah 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 blah. I wanted to tell the truth, but I let Josh take the lead. He's like, officer, we've been here the whole time, haven't done anything illegal. We've just been here parked up looking at the cars. The officer says, all right, can you follow me for a second? And we looked at each other for a minute. We looked at each other, completely baffled, completely nervous about what's gonna happen. And he's like, yeah, officer. So Josh follows him, right? And I stay right there because I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I wasn't talking. He was not talking to me. The officer looks at me. He's like, you two, please come over here as well. I'm like, oh, damn. All right, what is this? So me and Josh get to his cop car. I kid you not, this dude pulled up video surveillance footage of Josh and Zach taking off from the light. Now at this point, he has no clue who hit the bus stop because that was not captured on video. All that was captured were these two sport cars racing, right? He's like, so this isn't you? And at that point, Josh was like, yeah, officer, that was me. He's like, street racing is illegal, right? He's like, yeah, officer, I know. He was like, so there's a bus stop, a couple feet down from where you guys took off, and it's completely destroyed. Do you know what happened to it? And instantly, the homie Josh folded. He's like, officer, yes, we raced. He's like, the other guy was racing, lost control. He swerved in front of me. He hit the bus stop, and we did not hit it. We stopped, and we came back over here. And the cop was like, well, where's this guy at? Where's this guy, Zach? And Josh is like, I don't know where he's at. He's not here. He hit the bus stop, and he left. The cop looked so pissed. He's like, so he hit and ran property damage, and he didn't even come back to the meet. So where do you think he went? And Josh was like, I think he went home. I'm not sure. At this point, the cops like thinking about what to do next, and it came to the realization of like, well, he's not here, so what else can I do? So at this point in time, this is where it gets kind of crazy. This officer tells my homie to turn around and puts cuffs on him instantly, and I'm like, oh no, like damn, that's crazy. And then he looks at me and he's like, "You too, turn around as well." I was like, "Why? I didn't do anything." He's like, "You were involved. You're a suspect. I need you to turn around. You're going in cuffs." So I turn around, put the cuffs on, and I'm honestly kind of just like defeated. I'm like, I knew I shouldn't have came out. I knew I shouldn't have did this. Why did I come out? This was a bad idea. This. Like all these thoughts coming to my head at once, and I'm just like, why did I do this? Why did I choose to do this? So at this point, we're cuffed up. We're in the back of a squad car. Me and Josh, just defeated. Don't know what to do. And this cop comes back in the car and he's like, "All right, boys, I'm gonna give you guys one good chance. I'm gonna guys get away scot free. Why don't you guys do me a favor?" And we're like, "Yeah, what up? What is it? What is it? What is it? Like, what do you need?" He's like, "We need the contact information of this guy Zach." He's like, "If you give me the contact info, his phone number, his Instagram, whatever it might be, I'll let you go with a warning." My homie Josh gave that cop the number. He gave him the Instagram. He gave him the Snapchat. That boy folded with no pressure. He gave it all to that cop. I'm talking like he did it all in like 10 seconds. So I'm like, damn, boy, I didn't know that was even possible. Anyways, the cop gets all the information. He's happy with what he got. He made sure that was the real number. My homie Josh showed the text messages between him and Zach, of prior to that accident. And the cops are like, all right, you get free. You two boys are free to go. So he lets us out of the car, uncuffs us. I'm completely happy. Josh looks happy. We go back to his car. The cop goes away. Bro, when we sit back in the car, my homie Josh looks at me. He's like, "Bro, what just happened?" And I'm like, "Dude, I knew this was a bad idea. I told you not to race because this stuff happens." He's like, "Yeah, bro, you did tell me." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Honestly, bro, I'm down to just dip if you are. Like, go like do something else." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I'm down." Guys, the night got crazier. So by the time we decided to head out, the meet was already ending and going to the super mega meet. So this pre-meet is like for everyone to get together, talk, whatever. And then they drive to the other meet. Now me and Josh took off. When they were all taking off, we're just cruising. And we're on the highway. We're driving with 3 other Mustangs. I believe it was 3 other Mustangs. And one of the Mustangs looked just like Josh's Mustang. I'm talking like same rims, same color, tint. Like, it looked pretty much identical to his car. And I'm like, "Oh, that's sick, bro. That's like your twin." He's like, "Yeah, bro." And we see this Mustang line up with the Camaro. And we see them just launch. They're doing a rolling roll, maybe 40 miles an hour on the highway, just launch. And I recorded that because I was like, "Oh, this is so sick." I'm like, "Look at them go." The Mustang did win, guys. The Mustang won. So, W Mustang. Anyways, that was cool. We recorded it. We're like, it's cool that we've seen that. And after that, we like kind of broke off from the group. And me and my homie ended up going to Walmart because he had to buy like some groceries for his mom. I think like some toilet paper and maybe like I think a mop. I don't really remember too much about it, but I think it was a mop. It was like a mop head. Anyways, we go to Walmart, we park up, go in the store, get what we need to get. And right when we come out of the Walmart, go into the homie's car, we see 2 cops parked on each side of the car. Because my homie doesn't like parking in like a full like around a bunch of cars. He doesn't want to get his car dinged. So he parked away with a bunch of open spots around him, right in the plain open. And these 2 cops parked right next to him. And I'm like, damn, dude, like, what now? Like, what? We didn't do anything now. Like, what now? So we pull up to the car, unlock it. The cops get out of their cars. They're like, "What are you boys up to tonight?" And we just told him, like, "Oh, we're getting groceries. His mom needs some stuff." And they're like, "Well, we just got a call of 2 cars racing on the highway, and the car described to us is this exact same car that's parked right here, not even that far from that highway." And instantly I'm like, dude, can this night get any worse? Like, at this point, it's like, come on, like, there's nothing else I could, like, I was just like, I'm done, defeated, it's over. What else can I do? Nothing to do. The homie Josh was like, "Officer, that was not me. There was another car just like mine. He raced a Camaro. We seen it." It was like a whole 30-minute process of just talking to them, like trying to say it wasn't us. And all of a sudden, I remembered I took a video of the race. So I told the cops, I'm like, "Officers, officers, officers, I have a video of legit those two racing, and to prove it wasn't even us, because I recorded them doing a race on the highway. So I showed the two cops. They clearly seen it wasn't us, that we were just following them kind of behind, just seeing them race. And in that video, you can actually see both the license plates of the cars. So what I did is I sent the cops the video on the message, and they let us go. They just let us go. They're like, you know what, thank you for your time, boys. Sorry for thinking it was you guys. We really appreciate the video and appreciate all the help. You guys have a great rest of your night. We're like, yes, cool. After that, we get back we put the groceries in the car. We get back in the car, and I look at the homie, and I'm like, bro, I am never coming out again with you, because at this point, it's like everything just goes bad. Like, I did not think I was gonna talk to cops twice this one night. Keep in mind, it's maybe like already like 11:30 at this point. It's like 11:30, maybe 12. I'm like, bro, just take me home. Just take me home. He's like, yeah, bro, this is ridiculous. So after that, we end up going to the crib. We go to my house. On the way to my house, we park up. He comes inside for a little bit. We just chill, kick it, play some music, just jam out. And then it was maybe like 1:20 in the morning. Homie Josh wants to go home. Dab him up, say it was a cool night. This, that. Dab up. He goes his way. I go back to my house, and I go to sleep. The story does not end there, guys. It does not end there. The next morning, I wake up to maybe 20 messages on my phone. Spam messages like, hey, call me, you up? What are you doing? Call me, you busy? Are you up? I'm like, who the fuck? I'm confused, right? So I open my phone, and it's Josh. I'm like, okay, so what could have happened? So I call him. He's like, you will not believe what just happened. I'm like, what happened, bro? He's like, Zach happened. I'm like, what do you mean Zach happened, bro? What does that even mean? He's like, dude, there is a video surfacing right now on Instagram of Zach running from the police. I'm like, nah, you're kidding, right? He's like, not even kidding. This dude sends me a clip of this guy. Apparently he went to a Popeyes to look at his car, and the cop that talked to us seen him at the Popeyes, pulled up to him. He freaked out, hopped in his car, and took off, ending in a police pursuit. He did not get away. He got arrested. Do not know what happened to him. I know he got arrested. His car probably got impounded. But I was just mind blown as to wow, there you go. That's what happened to Zach. We're like, that's just a crazy turn of the story. We didn't know what was happening, what happened to him. And we just see this video all over Instagram with this dude just fleeing from the police. It was absolutely crazy, man. It was maybe I woke up at maybe 10:30 to this video of this dude calling, and then my homie calling me saying you gotta see this. So I watched it, and it did not disappoint. Yeah, so yeah, that's a crazy one, guys. If you guys like the I'm sorry, it's just crazy thinking about it. If you guys like this story time, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. My name is Mirstone49, and I'm out. Peace.